No.
Has he been able to get a straight answer out of Paul as to why his story of what happened the day of the knife getting pulled is different from the other two people that were there?
I don't even know how the story's different. You guys all told me what happened when we were all together when I got there, right? Is there a difference in the story?
Yeah, Paul's version doesn't match the other two.
Yeah,
Okay, what's the discrepancy?
Well, they didn't shoot at the truck.
That's
And
not
the
the
knife wasn't
important.
pulled at
The
the
important discrepancy is that
Several
Paul said,
discrepancies.
"Well, it doesn't matter where he's at. If he's not back in 20 minutes, they're leaving him anyway."
Yeah, I remember what he said.
That's a
Dingus
problem.
talked to me. Dingus
I wasn't
said,
there.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, your brother was living. He told us, and he was like,
He was well, you saw him when he was talking
Yeah,
to Mama
Paul's
G.
being Paul. Where is he not done or said something stupid? The motherfucker, look what he said about my fucking dog. Okay? I mean, Paul is not doing anything that he normally doesn't do. Everyone knows he can be an ass and opportunist, but at the same time, he will come out and do work where other people won't. And the job is to change Paul, not allow Paul to change us. You know, and that's just our job, is to change Paul. Give him an alternative.
what is that?
If we can get, I like what you said earlier, but like I said, that's on Paul. Paul can be a dick and say, I'm too proud, or Mark can't teach me nothing, I know everything. That's probably, I would expect that of Paul, but he might surprise you and say, this is a good opportunity. Maybe I'll shut up and learn something from Mark. Who knows? But I've already stated that he don't have to go or be involved with any of the... But where has Paul not ever been in that? You know that.
No, he ain't.
hasn't
Get
done
him
nothing
out.
he told me it wasn't do. And you know damn well he's not going to roll up and he might talk shit. But as I told...
No, I bring it up because his actions have
there he
made
is.
everybody else feel the same
Oh,
way
he's
I
way
feel.
over there.
I don't trust the guy. I never have. So everybody's on the same page. You know how everybody feels.
But can't we train him?
Well, my thing is, okay, they're brand new. Okay, they were sent out with a guy, you know, and he knew they were brand new. And I didn't hear any of the stories till later. And
Safe to go down.
I don't know.
it's safe to go down. He's over here running around. So, you know, I could see both of them getting upset about the situation. Okay,
Oh, absolutely.
you
I
know,
was pissed.
and I could
was more
see that.
livid than me.
So, you know, I never seen your reaction to it or whatever. You know, I'm just going on two people that were there.
Well, regardless of the last story that we heard, actually, the first one we heard was his.
Well, I
And then-
didn't.
I gave Paul enough shit, and then I called Paul. I mean, I sat there and told him as brutally as possible. I said, dude, they don't fucking trust you. I said, no one wants to go do ops with you. You won't even get your truck or yourself dirty when it comes time to get dirty. You talk shit, but then you won't follow through, and then you don't want to be seen, but you want to go act like a badass. I literally was blunt like that when I told him. That's why I told you he's probably coming back so fast.
Yeah,
Because
you
he
did
knows
say
I'm
that.
at that point with him. It's the same cycle we went through last time. And then he might go do his self. I don't give a shit what the guy has planned. I'm not worried. I'm not doing nothing illegal. There's nothing he could say that would ever take an ounce of support away from me. Our families are our families, no matter what the fucker says. And they're the same families financing, the same families that are coming out, and then they're the more people are going to come now. You know? So, I mean, Paul's thing is, if we can get Paul to where he's actually fucking trained and not doing John Rambo videos and shit, and he's actually able to move in, he'd be a good journalist because he can pick up his camera, he knows how to use his fucking equipment, he's got good equipment. I don't ever think you're going to ever see the cameras materialize that he's been promising the vets for years, okay? You'll probably get something when my wife and I can afford to go get something else. But he's still having that equipment. That's an asset. You just got to be able to train him. And the thing through training him, you see his behavior change. Trust will come later.
Mark told you in
yeah.
the truck he is willing to take him out, them together, to see what his attitude and if he's willing. But I'm gonna tell you, if he gets out there like a fool, if he beats the hell out of him and says get rid of him, you know why.
Now, okay, as a lot of guys have been spending the days with me the last couple of times, how many times have y'all seen me pissed off?
Never.
Never.
Takes a lot.
So, I mean, I'm the last person that will get pissed off and lose my cool, which I haven't lost in, 34 years yet?
Depends on.
Well, I mean,
Then
no
you can
control.
handle Paul because
Well,
you're mature enough to know you're dealing
Right.
with you're dealing
And-
with the douche who could fucking
Right.
do something with
And-
himself, but it's
Right, and to that point, I don't want it to seem like okay, we're yeah, he's just a no. There's a certain thing out here, like right now. If all of a sudden we heard something, everybody sitting here, I know. You won't grab a weapon because we.
But he would if it came push to shove, and you're supposed to have
right,
it.
we understand. But if we tell you, okay, hold a weapon. If you see something, shoot.
if
You
you
will.
don't assume what we're doing. Okay, but I understand that the thing, and then Paul's reaction. You guys, that throws an element into it that's unsafe. This guy.
Right.
Then we address what makes it unsafe, and then if he has a problem with doing it, and he's not doing it, then it's a problem. But until then, we at
Right.
least give him the because this is all new for him too. This isn't the way I operate. I don't.
To him, it's
I don't.
not.
This is all new. This is all new for him. I don't care if it's according to him. This is all completely new for him
He
too.
got shot at 1,000 times 2 years ago.
This is all new for Paul, regardless of what he says. I'm going on truth, not on what everyone else says or what he says. Basically, okay. This is kind of new for the guy too. So I mean, he
I
doesn't
told
understand.
you I agree with
the
that
last
part,
time
too.
the camp was being built, he was working with the feds, giving him coordinates, being pulled into the fucking FBI. So he's on like the right side of the fence this time. He's already seen that side. He knows. And I told him, the things I told him is going to hurt worse than everyone sitting around fucking bad mouthing the guy, and that's pretty bad. Because I told him, Mama V don't trust you,
Mama
your
P
teams
either.
don't trust you. I said, Lyles has said the vets are not going to trust you. You're not giving them any reason to trust you. Now imagine someone telling you that, how that would fucking feel. And then you got to go look at these people and know that they don't trust you. So I've already hurt him. It was worse than anyone else could do. So you know what I mean? I say if he's willing to make it and come all the way back, then fine. I'll come babysit him. I don't have a problem. I can keep Paul busy. You guys aren't going to have time not to like Paul because there's so much shit that needs to get done. He'll at least grab the truck. Let's go film. Let's go film. Let's go. He'll be too busy putting up cameras and picking up trash for anyone to worry about Paul.
I mean,
I don't think it's to dislike. I
No,
think
no,
I
I mean,
just want to
it's-
know.
my biggest fear for even all the guys here, okay, the last couple of days, we've been out here chasing down whoever it is,
And I was running circles around us.
Oh, somebody
Yeah.
backtracked the other night.
yeah,
That's Paul's boys. They've been bragging about fucking with you guys all night.
Oh, no,
You
but
know,
they almost got
that's
killed.
fine. But what I'm saying is, I can, if we right now all of a sudden we all head out. My thing is, if I'm going to take some shit, I know Mike is coming. I know that Mike is coming. I know he's coming. I know Tammy is going to be, it'll take her a long time to get there.
No,
but
what do
we
I
know
do? I
she's
stay in the
coming.
middle and tell y'all where
Right.
I am and who needs
We
backup
know
behind
we
you.
have that back. And
Not
from
somebody
what-
running it and then we
from
got to
what
worry where they are.
I've seen and I've heard, I can't say it's 100% true, but if I have a question and I'm going out in the field with you, you're going to have to prove to me because
Just tell him why you feel that way and what happened.
No,
that
I don't
day.
need. The
No,
thing
no.
is I don't need explanation. That whole thing is Paul's with me for the next 3 or 4 days, so everything else can go. I need to know
Okay.
just where ops he's going to be at, so I know where we already got that figured out. I already know what me and Paul's doing. And then over the next few days, these things will probably work themselves out as they move along. And Paul's either going to turn into the non-douche or he's going to stay the douche. But if it gets to where the mission itself is actually being hurt, see, here's the thing is, Paul has never come to me or my wife, and my wife will even say this, and badmouth him or his wife. Ever has he ever sat when Lyles wasn't here and said one bad word about Lyles. He won't. He made one bad comment about a veteran when I was there, and I was like, look, regardless, he's got a DD-214. And the guy had issues, you know what I mean? So regardless of what you think about him, he's got a fucking DD-214. He'll stay here before you would. And then that was the one time me and Paul had issues with the veteran-civilian fight they had going on out there at the old Alpha. He's never badmouthed this man, never said nothing bad about him at all. You know, and the only thing I hear and see is the negative stuff, and there's some good things about Paul. You know as well as I do. When we go to these fucking rallies, he's going to go right fucking where I am, right in the fucking fire, no matter how many people's around. We'll walk right up in there. He has a pair of balls. He'll get fucking shot at.
I've already told you that.
You've seen that, okay? But if he has the people around him to lead him, to show a pair of balls, then he becomes the Paul that's an asset. But if he has the people around him that's fucking just going to make him feel like he's not, he's an out third wheel or something like that, he's going to be a fucking liability douche. And he's been given so many opportunities, but it doesn't mean he doesn't get another one. It's always different with new crews. And I don't want it to turn into where it becomes drama about fucking volunteers not getting along.
So what you're saying, I'm playing total fucking devil's advocate.
Yeah.
You're saying that, yeah, he hasn't said shit about me. I've never given him a chance or a reason to say shit about me. He has given tons of people a reason to say shit about him. So you're defending him because he hasn't said shit about a person there's nothing to say shit about.
I get both sides
I'm
of the
defending
argument.
him because I made a line very clear with him, and he hasn't crossed that line, and he's respected that particular boundary. And I'm trying to make the same line that he's been respecting apply to everyone else, to where we're not going to be sitting here when people aren't around and thinking or saying bad things about the fucking people. I mean, right now, we're on a good roll. We've got a lot of work to do. Shit's getting built. We need to take the momentum and go out and just flood it with fucking all the border-related shit. We get caught into the fucking drama volunteer shit,
Can I
man,
say
dude. I'm
something?
fucking
And I'm
done.
gonna tell them
I'm
what I
not going to
told
go
you.
through it.
I'm going to say what I told you on the phone. Nobody has badmouthed him other than the point that they did not trust him to have his back. That's the only thing that's been said about him.
And this has been said and addressed, and it's been talked about several times. It's like, as I was explaining to Richard, I was like, you know, I mean, to me, it's like I told my wife, now I gotta go protect Paul, and that's what fucking irritates me. Because Paul's a grown man, and he brings this on himself.
Yes.
He does what he shouldn't do to make people around him not fucking trust, and then he won't do what he should do, and that's really fucking irritating.
Right.
It's not so much he does what he shouldn't do, it's the things he knows he should do, he won't do, and that's what's irritating.
So why do you keep covering his ass?
I'm not
Why do
covering
you
his ass.
protect bullshit?
He comes out to work, to volunteer.
No, you cover his ass.
How do I cover his ass?
That's what you're doing. I'm gonna give him another chance.
What has he done to not? What has he done to be told he can't come back here? He's a journalist, outside journalist, covering our operation.
Robert, fuck that journalist bullshit.
That's what he is, though, and he does a lot of plugging.
I don't give a fuck. He's a liability. He's got no fucking experience, combat experience, to be out here.
Neither does
with us.
Teresa. Neither does a lot of the civilians. And the thing is this
Then
will
we
never
don't-
turn into.
No, we got
there's going to be a lot of
We got
civilians
Roberts
coming out.
That fucking training
Yeah.
and picking up like
So
this.
train Paul.
And Mark
Why?
said
So
he
he's not
would.
an ass. So he's not a liability.
I don't trust the cocksucker.
Well,
Just
then-
like a couple days before you went and sat 6 months in jail, rumor has it he had a couple meetings with people. Boom. 2 days later, your ass is in jail for 6 months. He disappears for a fucking year. You're out of jail. He's back in the picture. Fuck him. You know what? I am so close that I'm ready to pack up my Jeep and fuck you all. Because you're gonna fucking suck Paul's dick until Jesus Christ comes back again. You're fucking protecting him for what? Why? This is veterans on patrol, not fucking Paul pussyfooting around here, making extra money. You're paying for his fucking weed. You're giving him gas money to come over here. And I'm pissed about that because I tell you, my first fucking weekend here, I put 4 tanks
My
of
wife
gas
filled
in
up
it.
his truck one time in the past month.
That's not what we heard.
My wife filled
That's
up his
not what
truck.
I've
Well,
heard the
ask
last
my wife.
couple days.
In the last month, she's filled up Paul.
I won't
I
work
think she's done Lyle's.
I won't
once,
work
too.
with Paul.
We don't have fuel funds. Second of all, I'm not sucking anyone's dick. And anyone who gives
It's
an
a
ultimatum,
phrase.
look, anyone who's going to give me an ultimatum, you know what I do? I look at you and say, pack your shit and go. You think you're the first one that's ever told me this person's leave or I'm gone?
Why are
Kick
you
rocks, because
protecting
here it
him?
is.
Why are you protecting
You're not
him?
making it about the mission. You're making it about Paul.
Right, which is fucking up the mission.
How's he fucking up the mission? Paul was here when no one else was. And it was just me and Lyles and Paul. in the hottest part of the fucking
You're-
year.
you're
Now that
up
there's
here
more
now.
people here,
You know what?
we're going to get rid of Paul.
Fuck you. I'm out
Bye.
here.
See you later. Go. See you later. Pack your shit and go.
I am. I'm gone. I'm fucking gone because I ain't.
Anyone else
I
that has a
watching
problem with
some
Paul coming
fucking
back, get
leader
your shit and
suck
fucking go.
Paul's dick.
Get your shit and
And what
go if
about
you have a
that
problem with
cunt-
Paul coming
What
back.
about that cunt in Vermont that's teamed up against you? Yeah, I heard a lot about her fucking name last couple days. Louis, you're just,
One thing
you're
you're
fucked.
one thing
You know that?
one thing
You
you're-
are fucked.
One thing you're going to
Because you
learn,
have a
Irish
big
Mike,
picture.
is
No,
that
you can't
when
tell me
people
what
go
I
out
want.
and slander me,
Yeah,
and a year
whatever.
later they're back on my mission, verifying everything I said, that's how my enemy's defeated, not by the way you think. I'm not playing checkers. This is 5D chess.